Welcome back to Med Audio. I received many requests regarding doing a video like that where I'm showing you guys how to connect an external power amplifier to your AV receiver. And in this video we are going only not to see how to perform the connections, but also I will share with you my experience that I had with all the many AV receivers that I try here at Med Audio Studio. Also to understand if worth the money doing something like that or not. And it's really cool also that you can use the same way, for example, to give more power to your old integrated amplifier in hi-fi stereo. If you are following these channels, you know that I review in the past the great musical fidelity M2SI. That is not only a great integrated amplifier, but it's also a beautiful Class A preamp. So you can take the M2SI and adding, for example, in the futures, if you need more juice, more power, an external power amplifier. So that's why I decided to do this quick tutorial. But the first questions that you guys should ask yourself is why? Why I would like to add an external power amplifier to my AV receiver. And here, interesting, I will suggest to take a look of my review of the Marantz Cinema 40, a great AV receiver coming with 9 channels, and I use it to connect all my Sonus Faber Sonetto 5.2.4 Dolby Atmos setup. Now let's don't speak about subwoofer, because subwoofer, they are coming with each subwoofer is coming with his own power amplifiers, and in my case I'm using per listen subwoofer. Also review available in descriptions. But speaking about my Dolby Atmos setup, is a Sonetto line. They like a little bit of juice to really give the best, and I have a 9 channels with a big Sonetto center, 2 big Sonetto 2 on the front, Sonetto 1 as surround speaker, and 4 Sonetto wall as a height speaker. And by reviewing the Marantz Cinema 40, I noticed that something was missing in dynamic and authority when I cranked up a little bit more the volume. And I was actually coming from a separate components. I was using the flagship from Yamaha. This is just a preamp, the CX5200, and as power amplifier I was using the great Emotiva XPA Generation 3. A great setup, a lot of power, and if you're asking me, guys, why I decided to move to the Marantz, well, because was the XPA 7 channels from the Generation 3, so I always had to use something else just to add other 2 channels, and I just wanted to free a little bit of space. I just wanted two components, so what I planned to do was just to using the Marantz Cinema 40, but something didn't work and I noticed that I was need a external power amplifier. Check the review, is everything there. So I'm still using the Marantz Cinema 40 just to drive the height speaker, where all the 5 channels, the ground floor channels, so front stage and surround, are now amplified by the Musical Fidelity M6 to 50.5. Also here the review available in descriptions. I will avoid to tell you everything why I moved from Emotiva to Musical Fidelity, just check the review. The Musical Fidelity is a little bit more expensive, you will get a little bit less power, but a better imaging. But it's not only about power, because also with the Marantz or Denon receiver you have the possibility to disable the power amplifier sections of the AV receiver and just use it as preamp to have more quality. So do you need an external amplifier? Well, if you have the feeling that your speaker are not delivering the dynamic, the authority, the soundstage, the imaging that you expect, then probably you should try an external power amplifier. And second questions before to move to tell you how to do the connections is, which external amplifier should I purchase? And here there are really many multi-channels power amplifier available on the market today. Of course, on these channels we test Emotiva, we test Musical Fidelity. Both are great, both are different. Emotiva will give you more power, less imaging, it will be probably more, let's say more affordable compared to the musical fidelity. Depends also if you purchase it both from US or from Europe. Of course, in US, Emotiva will be more affordable, where in Europe the musical fidelity probably will cost less money. But there are also other solutions. I test also on these channels the NAD M28, great, Class D, a lot of power. 7 channels is wow, an authority and dynamic that is just explosive. And I like Class D because they work really cool. They are coming really with a slim fit design, call it how you want. It's a compact design, compact rack solutions, so not huge and heavy things like musical fidelity or Emotiva, but they are expensive. NAD is expensive. Which other brands? We have the Primer or Premier, how you want to call it, the A35.8, I think is the name, if I'm not wrong. Also, I would like to test it. I didn't yet, but a lot of power, Class D, and yes, also a premium expensive product. So Class D are more expensive, at least today. Hope in the futures they will drop down a little bit the price, because it's a really cool technology in my opinion for home theater. What else? Rotel or Rotel is doing also some multi-channels amplifications with 5 channels available, but Rotel are really big multi-channels amplifiers, so they will need a lot of space. Parasound is doing also really great premium class AB multi-channels amplifications available with 3 or 5 channels. Yamaha used to do also something like the MXA 5200 with 11 channels, but I'm not sure if it's still in productions. Anthem I know also that is doing some multi-channels amplifications like the MCA 325 or 525. And then of course, if you want to go with something really premium, we have also Macintosh, for example. They are doing great multi-channels amplification, like for example the MC257. So there are really a lot of good products out there. Okay, great. Now, how to do the connections? Really easy. You have to look on your AV receiver, the pre-out sections. Some receiver have it only for subwoofer or front stage. And basically what we are going to do is take this low level signal for each channels and give it to our external amplifications before it's reaching the speaker. In my case I have the Marantz Cinema 40 and we can find center channels, front, height and surround. And you will notice immediately that you need a RCA cable. So that's something that you can purchase on Amazon. I will let a link in descriptions. It's an affiliate link. You can use it or purchase a more premium cable if you would like. But normally a standard cable works really fine. Great. How many channels do you need to take it out from your AVR and bring it to the new power amplifier? In my case, I noticed that only by removing at least the front stage, so also 3 channels, was making the whole setup working really better. So I will definitely go like that. The first things that you should to connect to your power amplifier should be the front stage. So we'll give for sure priority to my front stage, so center channels and left and right front speaker. And then I will think about take the surround or the height speaker. In my case, I did the front, left and right, center and surround. So you can go with 3, you can go with 5, or if you want, if you have the money and the space, you can go with all. And please remember to turn off your gears before to do any connections. Starting with the center channels, I will look for the center pre-out. So we have a single RCA connections for each channels. That means you will need an RCA cable for each speaker. Doesn't matter if red or white. Generally red is the right channels and white the left. In our case, center is only one speaker, so it should be in white color. But that doesn't matter. Then I will connect the 2 channels available on your external power amplifier. They are all identical, and generally I like just as in my case, to use the channels number 3 that is located in the center of the amplifier by letting the externals to the left and right front and surround speaker. Now back on your receiver, we need to take out your center speaker connections cables and line up the black and red terminals by connecting them to the exact same channels where my center channels pre-out was connected. And here we go, you moved the center channel. So one RCA cables, one channel. And basically we are going to repeat the same things that we did for the center channel, also for the front and left. And if you have the possibility, if you have a 5 channels amplifier, you will do the same things also for the surround speaker. Great, now you are ready to turn on your AVR and your power amplifier, but you can also have the possibility, I don't know if you know it, to turn it on both together just with one click. All you need to do is connect the trigger out of your AVR to the trigger in of your power amplifier. These are standard mono jack cables. I will let also the Amazon link in descriptions if you want to take a look of it. Great, the first things that you have to do now is check if you did all the connections correctly, right? But because you can see that probably maybe you did the connections wrong and you are driving the wrong speaker. Generally all AVR have a test tone diagnostic, but it could be that the pre-out sections sometimes is working only after the calibration. For example, here on the Marantz or Denon receiver, if you click on settings, speakers, and you go inside the test tone, you have the possibility to diagnostic each speaker to check if you did the connections properly. But it could be also that you will not hear nothing, and that's because you need to do the calibrations with the microphone first. And here I will not go in the calibrations because each receiver is different. But it's really important to remember to do it. Great, you did the calibrations and now ready to sit down on your couch and what you should expect from this external power amplifier that you just connected. For sure is not more volumes, because after you perform the calibrations you are going to calibrate your reference point and the amount of volume will be the same. So what you should expecting? Well, you should expecting more dynamic, for example, more headroom, less distortion, especially when you crank up the volume, probably more imaging, a better localizations inside your space of the objects, overall a better sound quality. And I didn't spoke about something really important, that is the sound quality matching between your receiver and your power amplification. And again, if you saw my review of the Marantz is coming with a great clarity and great imaging, great object localizations that need an external power amplifier that is on this level. And the first time that I tested with the Emotiva, for example, I noticed how I got more authority, more dynamic, but I lost the imaging of the Marantz Cinema 40. That's why I decided to move to the musical fidelity, to take back this focused imaging that was just something really beautiful coming from the Marantz amplification. So Emotiva was working really great with the Yamaha, where the Marantz give me the best results with the musical fidelity. So it will be important to matching the two things. Of course, if you don't want to go with products that are coming from the same brands. For example, Marantz is doing the Amp 10, if I'm not wrong. It is a multi-channel amplifier, but it's also a premium product and is coming with 16 channels. So a lot of channels, and is done for the AV10. Yes, you can use it, are a lot of channels. If I'm not wrong, you can also put it in a bridge mode to have 2 power amplifier sections driving maybe 1 speaker. So a lot of power, but I don't need 16 channels, right? So that's why I'm looking for external products also from other brands. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in descriptions. Let me know if you have an external power amplifier or if you are going to take in considerations to purchase one. For now is everything. Enjoy, have fun, and see you soon.